Normal folk like us look at a professional athlete massaging his calves with a certain massage gun and a certain discount code, and we're like, that looks like it feels so nice. That we buy these products because we want the same benefits. We want our calves to feel amazing for our next surfing session. We want our hamstrings to feel better for jiu-jitsu. So we buy these products and expect the same results. However, what you don't see is that the professional athlete has developed their capacity of their muscles and their joints. They have developed the resilience of their joints off camera. That's the boring work that you don't see on social media. It's the stuff that they do more of in the whole training year, but goes unnoticed because it's not exciting to watch people do boring work, right? However, it's very satisfying watching somebody get massage. In fact, if we could click our fingers and a little man would run out of our wardrobe at home and he would give us a massage whenever we want, we'd probably get a massage multiple times per day. Multiple times per day. However, this leads me on to my second question, right? If that is benefiting professional athletes and it's all about them maintaining their high performance, this requires you to brutally look at yourself and think, am I maintaining high performance by using these products? Or am I maintaining low performance by using these products? And what that requires you to do is you have to look at yourself and you have to basically be able to diagnose whether a certain part of your body has low capacity to cope with the demands in which you are placing on it, or whether it has a high capacity to cope with the demands in which you are placing it. So you've got to look at yourself as an athlete. First and foremost, you have to look at yourself as an athlete, or as a lack of an athlete, right? And if certain parts of your body start creeping up, you barely train, you don't lift weights, you don't really care about what you eat, but certain parts of your body start giving you grief, and you start reaching for the massage, reaching for the chiropractor, reaching for the massage gun, you've got to be able to give yourself a bit of a harsh talking to, because the real problem isn't for a lack of massage. The real problem is a lack of capacity. So you can outperform yourself with an actual long-term solution here by developing the capacity of these problematic areas. And what I mean specifically by that is, first and foremost, training these areas, increasing the muscle mass of these areas, because muscle mass is the foundation of any physical capability, increasing the strength of these areas, and increasing the resilience of these areas. And that all starts with this, you actually looking at yourself and thinking, my hamstrings, my hip flexors are always giving me grief when I'm doing jiu-jitsu, when I'm doing Muay Thai. If I was to increase the amount of demands that I could place through them parts of my body, because I'm developing my muscle mass and increasing my strength and increasing my resilience, would those demands, would the adverse effect be a hell of a lot less if I was to develop the capacity of these problematic areas? The answer is obvious, right? So it is my conclusion that massage guns only benefit the top 1% of performers. Massage guns keep these people and keep their performance at a peak, right? But if you haven't developed your performance to be at a peak, the massage gun will be keeping you in a state of low performance, because it's like a safety net. It gives you a little bit of relief, right? And if you've lived a lot of years reaching for these types of things, you're in survival mode. 2 hours of relief, maybe 4 hours of relief from a massage gun, may be an extremely appealing thing for you to spend your time on. And I can completely understand why that'd be a reasonable, logical choice for you. You want a bit of relief. But You have to have the ability of thinking, am I in survival mode here? Am I in tatters here? Because if you're in tatters, you need the proper solution, right? You need to be able to look at yourself and think, I need to train these areas. I need to train these areas properly. I need to increase the muscle mass of these areas, the strength and the resilience of these areas, so I don't need to waste money on this shite. That's it from me, gentlemen. Hopefully you appreciate the video. Massage guns only work for 1% of the population. The rest of you are wasting your time, and you should prioritise increasing capacity instead of reacting to the adverse effects of your low capacity.